Hello, welcome back. It's very dark, it's very rainy, it's very stormy. Right, so I did go ahead and do some changes. I'm not confident I like it. Or I do like it. Let's just look at it. Okay. So from the outside, we have this new way of getting down. We have two spaces up top. We have one space up here, or one up top, two down below. Move some things around. I essentially increased the house by one space, so it used to be a 2x2 internal. Now it's a 3x3, which meant I moved the roof forward and I added in that flat bit on the top. I don't mind it, but I missed the old house, I think. The old house was nice and small and quaint. This one feels a bit spacious, but we'll take a look inside. It does provide a lot of patio space. I'd be tempted to try to move this forward as well, one block, but I like how this is out here, and I feel like we'd be getting maybe a bit too close into the tree. So it could be fine the way it is. So the inside, initially the reason I increased it was to get rid of the ladder, because I'm really terrible at using the ladder. So I was trying to figure out how I could get a stairwell in here, and I feel like the only way I could get a stairwell in was to increase the size, at least the width. So I am tempted to change it back a little bit and maybe just bring this wall back in here and have it be a 2x3, and then we could have this like be a bit more cozy, a cozy feel, because here I almost feel like it's just too big. On the other hand, it's nice and big, so I don't know. I put this chair here, so if I want I can look out into the ocean, onto the ocean. We don't have enough skins to really cover the floor. That might be one part of the problem. It's just a lot of open space, which I feel is a bit weird. And then, yeah, I can move this inside, which I think is good. Even our leatherworking thing we could have inside. But I do feel like this layout could work even if I shrunk it, right? If all this stuff just kind of moved forward by one block, we could move one of them under here, maybe under the stairs. Maybe the leatherworking could go right here. And then these two could be like, well, where I'm standing. So I would be tempted to try to do that and just see. I also have a thought. I was experimenting with building in the center of the block. So part of me wants to try to shrink the house by one. So it's a 2x3. But then move the entire structure over by a half of a block. So it's in the middle of the blocks. But include the roof. So last episode I was trying to do it without moving the roof. This time I want to try to do it with moving the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a go, but I wanted to show you all what it looked like first. In the meantime, I'm going to take things off the walls. Okay, I think that will let me do what I want. Maybe. No. going to be in the way of the stairs. Stairs might actually be a problem. Garden. Oh, I'm trying to think now. Yeah, this might not work. Not with the stairs. It could work with the ladder. But I can't have a half opening. I can't move the... If I move the house over halfway, and it's too wide, the stairs would have to be right in the center? Which I guess could work. It would just mean it would be very narrow. So we'd more have like a stairwell in the center. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm going to move all this stuff outside. I'd like to see how that plays out, though, so I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I'd have to do something like that, I think. And then this, I don't think can exist. Oh, no, it can. Maybe. Does it let me? Okay, it lets me do it there. Okay. So, not only will we move it forward... Huh? You can clip through the outside. So, I'm going to move the house... Like this wall here is going to become there. And then I'll stack the roof. And then that means this has to creep over one more. Yeah, do I want to move the house to the left or to the right? I think I want to move it to the right, so we have more space to work with. Yeah, we're just kind of... Yeah. Okay. So this will be a building, well, for a little bit anyway. I'll try to do most of this off camera, so I'll bring you back as I discover things. Some of this is just I want to see the limits of what I can do with building in this game. Different options. So we've seen some of them. Ideally, I'm going to try not to break anything so that I don't have to rebuild it. But ideally, the house will end up being... I should be able to move this wall. Like that. Can I get rid of this one? Like that. And the doorway will come here. So I'm going to try to stay in the rain. Oh, yeah. So I just took out the roof. I was going to try to avoid doing that. So I don't have to rebuild things. So then there's going to be like a stairwell in the middle, which kind of might be nice. So you walk in and there's just a stair. But then this will extend out one more block. I do have the mod installed, so I can do some weird stuff. This stairwell will have to move, obviously. And then the roof's going to move forward as well. It's going to be tricky not to have the whole thing come down. Okay, if I want to move just one section of roof, yes. And that's okay. Keep losing my torch. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to bring a torch inside, maybe? So I don't have to worry about that. Come with me, please. And then, what can I get away with? Then I'll need some more flooring. Sure, you can clip through, oddly. I'm going to try doing the top part first and then do the bottom, which is a bit weird, but... like so. I'm hoping... Yeah, I don't know what's supporting this. Maybe it's this structure. I could also probably, like, move some posts around. Provide some temporary structure. Ones that aren't necessary. Like, I don't think this one's necessary. Yeah, like, does that actually do anything? I don't know. Oh, I guess, I should probably do this. So I think these numbers mean something. So I think, like, 3 is stable. So 0, I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's not providing any benefit? Oh, I'm also noticing our leather backpack is failing. As is our bow again. I'm going to see if I can look up what these numbers mean. Alright, yeah, so 3 is basically stable. 0, I guess that's just invalid. So that's not doing anything. Unless, does that 1 change? I can't see the 1 anymore. But 1 means you can't build off it, which is probably why those pieces disappeared. But 3 is stable. So because that's built on top of that. So 1 and 1. These are being supported by number 2. That's being supported by number 2. So if I do a post, maybe down the middle. Yeah, like I don't know if I took this away. That becomes a 1. Okay. But I did lose something. As you can see, long stick, improved builder kit. So something got destroyed when I did that. Sounds like a post. It's a long stick. Oh, this one went away. Oh, okay. I don't know if these are valid. 0. Oh no, it says 2. My worry is I'm just going to destroy my hammer. Okay, that's holding that. Seems to be valid. 2. I don't know why this is a 2. Maybe because the ladder's in the way? Or the stair? No, they're all 2. So my question is, then can I should be able to continue to move this away. Yes. And there we go. So that's kind of the new layout of this house. And what I'm going to try to do is get... Okay, like this is a 1, so I can move this. That's a window. And then if I get rid of that, that's supported by that too, I think. He's learning, kind of. Okay, and then I should be able to move this. Be like that. It seems invalid. Nope, it's fine. Alright, it's too bad I lost a bunch of the roof. And with this, I could get rid of the flat roof. But if I revert everything back to how it was, I would want those back. So I was hoping I could just move them off somewhere temporarily. Now you can also do this, right? Like you can snap to a quarter block. So I'm thinking there might be something we could do with that as well. Sometimes you snap to a corner block when you don't want to. Maybe I can't connect to a... Nope, there it is. Okay, so I think that's all the flat pieces of the roof. What this will also allow is this. We're going to have like a little balcony at the back here. So that we can walk around the house. And I guess we could even get onto the roof this way. So now I could actually move pieces a little easier. Kind of. This is also something I wanted to see. If we do it this way, the posts will be on the corners instead of in the center to hold up the structures or the corner pieces of the roof. Although, I don't know if I like the fact that these pillars are on the corners of the roof. It looks a bit weird. Okay, I think that does it for the upper. Fortunately, it's so dark, and it seems to always be very dark here. This is a bit awkward, but we could have a railing going all the way back here as well. But when we get to the end, I'm not sure what to do. Oh, looks like these floors are different too. Can I move that? Which way is it supposed to be? That? Whee! Actually, I guess we could. We could probably put that right through. It probably wouldn't look weird, so it'll just match up with the roof. Alternatively, as we build out the patio even more this way, and it kind of goes all the way around the stairs, but I don't know if that's necessary. I think being able to access back here is just kind of more for fun, quaintness, I don't know. Or if we want to get on the roof. Yeah, so like, I guess you could do something like that. It wouldn't work with the ladder or the stairwell, but it would maybe work with a ladder. I don't think this will work in this particular situation, but also I don't know what that'll look like once it's done. Once those are formed, it'll look really weird. Let's maybe steal a floor from somewhere else. Alright, if we put it like width, just wondering if there's any like Z fighting. Actually, there isn't. What about from below? Yeah, you could actually overlap them. Looks like, without any kind of weirdness. I was wondering if we could do like a... I bet you can't get like a half stair. Probably the only way you could do it is if it was like embedded in a wall. Then you could kind of give the illusion of a half stair. Yeah, something like that. That would be interesting. Of course it would be... still be here on the other side. But if you had like a hollow, I guess you could create dead spaces or something. Or just have stairs on two sides that lead to different areas. Have a wall down the middle. And then you have a... kind of have two different sections. Interesting. Not sure what to do with that. Yeah, like you could have this open too. And have it like different areas of a house. Both with a stairwell. And that makes it seem like it's half stair. I kind of like it. I don't know if it's really useful here. Yeah. Now, with this layout, it becomes a bit kind of weird. Maybe I could steal some railings. Like, how do we make use of this space without it just being kind of impractical? Something like that. Unfortunately, this isn't like... Yeah, like what can we use this space for? Also, our door is going to end up there. So I haven't moved the bottom walls yet. But if I do... And sorry it's so dark. I gotta try to get some more lights. Alternatively, this might make it a little bit more... This might flow a little better. And give us more room and be less obstructive to the door. Yeah, I'd love some half blocks. Half stairs, half walls, half floors, quarter floors. Little pieces. The stair is just so big. I feel it doesn't work for such a small space. Or it doesn't work if I try to do what I'm doing and build in the center. What is the benefit of doing this, really? Part of it was like I like the idea that we could walk around the house, have these like narrow pathways, and otherwise, don't think it does anything for us. Right? And the staircase would probably work better the way it was, and it would also work better for the bed and sleeping area. Like up here, don't know what we could do with this. I mean, we could also flip this around. Do it that way, maybe? So you come upstairs and you got a railing, and then we put our little desk here with our ship. But then your sleeping area doesn't fit in the half spaces. Or it'd be one thing if this could, like, fit right there. And I mean, we could glitch it in there like that. It doesn't look like it's going through the walls. But obviously right there is just not good. But if we flip the stairs around again, and maybe we put it there, then you could have a little cozy little sleeping area. The scale just feels weird. If this was like half the size, this would work. Alright, well, I think I learned something at least. So I am gonna switch it back. Alright, well, unfortunately I did lose the roof, or a bit of the roof came down. My order of operations was flawed. Okay, so I put things mostly back the way it was at the start of the video. Except I did shrink the house back down to 2. So the patio is larger. We're back on the grid space. Okay, and yeah, so essentially the same layout, but just it's going to be a little cozier. And I do think this works out better. Grid kind of worked, but as we saw, it didn't work. maybe it would work if the structure was bigger. Maybe if I left it as 3x3, having the stairwell kind of in the center like that would have been okay. Alright, just kind of restructuring things now. Patio might be too big, I don't know. Now, where did you come from? Yeah, you can stay there. You feel like we maybe need another post holding up this big patio? Okay, I think it's done. So the only real difference from before we began all this stuff, not just today but yesterday as well, was this balcony has been pushed out. So if I wanted to really restore it back to how it was, we would shrink it back down to this. And maybe even shrink that one down, an additional one as well. Or we could just have this one small and the one down at the bottom much bigger. Yeah, we could do something like that. I think I kind of like that better, actually. We could keep this as big as it is. Ignore everything on that side of the railing. That's kind of the extra stuff. And then we have lots of room here. And we could even move this stuff around so it's less cluttered. Oops. I did want to see something. Because we can kind of glitch things through. I was wondering how this might look if it was, you know, kind of embedded like so. And then it's kind of sticking through the roof. A chimney? That could work, actually. That would be the only place we could actually put it. And actually it looks a bit, maybe we could even spin it. It's facing this proper way. Get rid of that post, doesn't need to be there. I mean, that's an option. But we probably want to keep it with this thing. So let me know. No, you probably, if you let me know about yesterday, it's changed. Let me know, and by the time I hear from you, it'll be different. Tempted to take it all down and put it back, so it's not extending so far. And I believe this is our last ironwood branch. And I did have to go and harvest all the trees again. Got 5 out of this one, 2 out of the one on the island, 2 out of another one, and then 1 out of another one. So they weren't fully restocked, but I was really running low. Fortunately now I've deconstructed a lot of stuff, so I got all that stuff back. I don't know about the big patio. Probably want to shrink it back down by 1, but I'm going to leave that for now. Enough messing around with that today. Yeah, I think the patio's too big. But I think I do prefer the house this way. A bit cozier, a bit smaller. Okay, let's get out of here. I think I'm going to leave the improved building kits here, since currently this is the only place that we use them. I'm going to take this iron tree branch, though, just in case we could use it for building something, right? I'm thinking tools. If we ever want to make a new tool, although we have a saw, we have a shovel, we have a hammer, we have this. It's only if we ever make another hatchet that we would need it. So maybe I'll just leave it here, just for the weight. And our axe is pretty much done, but we can repair it for get most of it back. And now we have 11 iron, 5 copper. Not a whole lot to do much with. Oh, hang on a second. There's a copper here. Oh, maybe I should smelt it up before we go. And I should uninstall the mod if we're leaving and done building. An hour. Okay. What should we do? Either go travel to Sulphur Island. Got a bunch of clay on us still. I'm wondering if we should unload anything. Just hauling stuff around. Get all this clay. There's 2 clay here. Maybe I'll drop off 2 more. 4 clay here. I did want to make that. What do I want to do with it? I did want to make a kiln. Oops. Which will take 2. If we ever want to make a coal production, that would take 3. Essentially, though, the clay is just used to make clay strips, which we can then use to make other things. I'm not sure if we have the improved one here. I think we just have the regular one. Okay, so we don't have to haul it off, actually. Let's just store it in here. 2, maybe I'll leave 4 or 5 here. Or 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Sure, plenty. And I'm sure I won't forget that these are here. Look at that, we still have 4. Still have 6 with us. So we can use that to just craft ourselves if we want to make strips. Alright. Set sail. Why don't we go visit a big bad wolf? I suspect when we get to, like, Sulphur Island, we're gonna start unlocking the ability to make guns and things. Our exquisite table here. Let's just go back. I've changed my mind. We're not leaving. Okay. So, I mean, we could also make a new iron knife. You know, I kind of just glossed over this stuff, I think, right? Can also upgrade to an iron spear, which would use our last ironwood log. Or we make the crossbow. And then some bolts. We'd have to use one of our toolkits, which I think we only have one left, set of tools. Ooh. Do we do it? And then we'll bring that into the fight with the dogs as well. It's too bad I can't make the iron spear then. But ideally we'll be using our... You know, I was thinking is if we have enough weapons, like... You know, I could throw a spear at one jackal, fire a crossbow arrow at another, and then bring out the sword, and then you cycle between all your weapons. So for this, we gotta make the base of the iron crossbow. Let's make the crossbow. For that, we'll need to make this one ingot. Let's do it. No craft, no fire. Oh, I thought I lit it. Did not light it. Dun da da da. Need to make a bowstring. Good. 2 survival points. Gonna have to make some bolts, which I think we should probably make 6. Okay. And I probably should have done this before I let this go out. Alright, won't be able to use my torch to light that. But I think I will also make... We'll make a blade, even if we can't do anything with it yet. And then once we get another ironwood, we can... we can craft the spear. But we could also check... We can check the ironwood tree that's on the island with the big bad wolf, because that one might have restocked. It might only have one left in it, but we could grab it. Alright, so we're going to replace our bow and replace all of our arrows. Put these on the boat, I suppose. think that's all we're gonna do. Come back if we have to make anything else. So this time I'm gonna remember to turn this off. We can use that fuel again next time. I mean, this would be the island to get rain. If we really wanted to, like, have water, you just put a bunch of those rain capturing things on this island and then just transport water around. I still like my bow. Probably still use it in the future. And we should probably practice as well before we get into a fight. I think that depleted, I used 3 iron ingots, 4 iron ingots. I already forgot how many we had, because I'm good that way, even though I'm pretty sure I just told you moments ago. Oh god. Let's not. I did turn down the environmental sounds as well, so rain should be quieter, just because it does rain a lot. Still sounds okay to me. I'm probably going to wait for better weather. Got some cooking I could do. Do we have enough of the different mushrooms? Yeah, we could make some mushroom soup as well. Looks like we can make 3. I think our limitation might be puffballs. Yep. Oh, and fruit of the earth. Oh, it takes 3 per. I don't know if I noticed that, or is that just because I have it? What happened? Okay. Man, I get confused very easily in this game. Yeah, puffball mushrooms are what we're out of. It does take 1. I think it's just because I had it stacked up. We have some meat that we might just cook up. And then we can just eat meat for a little while. 145. Oh, it resets. I wish it wouldn't reset. Okay. Craft. Hopefully tomorrow has fairer weather. Just roast some mushrooms. Ooh, more cooking. Bonus survival point. We got to level 6. Although we do like rot. Rot turns into fertilizer, so partly why I pick up so many of these is just so they rot away. Got raw intestines. Which one is that? This one. Not enough fuel. And look at this. We used all of our logs that we brought with us. Although some of it's just been converted. And it's sitting in these containers as building toolkits and things. Alright, so we have 7 iron. 7 iron, that's not too bad. Still do stuff with that. Won't be enough for like armor and stuff if it takes... It's similar to the copper stuff that takes multiple per. 5, 7. It's similar. We can forego the jacket maybe, because we have our nice jacket still. So 7 copper could get us there. It's similar for the iron, but not there yet. Also unlocked some new recipes. So our iron knife. This was also why I pre-made some short handles. I figured they'd weigh less to transport than big branches. Or we get this one. What's the difference? Well, this one does a lot more damage. Excellent cutter. Great cutter. So we should probably make this one eventually. We don't need to right now. And then the iron spear, which, yeah, let's go see if we can collect a piece of ironwood. Some recon, and then we'll head back to the boat, sleep, and see what we can do tomorrow. And unfortunately the puma's back, so it might be wise to deal with the puma now, and then heal our wounds away that we'll inevitably get, but we could also test out our crossbow. Okay. Some long sticks have returned, but not many. How does this one look for aiming? Okay. And if I turn on the HUD, so it's kind of above us, center screen. Where am I? Where am I going? Is this the way? Oh yeah. Used to be our cats on the stones there. I must remember the arrows get stuck in the twigs. Let me just see something. Is there a way? I know we climbed down this way. Is there a way to get back up this way? Oh, maybe actually. Might be able to avoid. Oh, no. This looks like it's dead ends. I'm not seeing a way. Fighting in the night, probably also not a good idea. Let's go sleep. We'll come back in the day. We can spend a couple days here. We're not really in a hurry. And the longer we take, the longer we have for resources to return to. Oh, maybe I should have left that on. I'm wondering if that is on and then we go to sleep, like, do we dry quicker? I'm not sure how I can test. Okay, we're fully soaked. Does it say how long this would take? Preferably by a fire. Yeah, we can feel it coming, going down. Okay. So I think if I sleep an hour... It has moved. But my fire went out. Okay. But it is maybe an option. Start a fire before we go to bed if we're soaked. Alright, let's rise with the day. Foggy. So it's not like we can see that much better. I'm fully soaked again. I guess, yeah, if you jump in the water. I was kind of thinking, like, for some reason that it would be like, if you're only in the water for a moment, then you won't get soaked. I'd also be curious if, like, you take off your clothes first and put your clothes back on to get out of the water. That wouldn't really make sense anyway. How are you doing that? Where are you putting your clothes when you're jumping in the water? And it's just as dark as it was. I'm not seeing a way to get up on these rocks, which is basically what I would need. Almost here with this structure. If we built a tower, we could do it. And you almost could do it here. Oh, maybe? Stand corrected? Oh. I don't... Okay. I wouldn't mind still taking out the cat. I might also take out the boar. Just to get some more hides and things. But let's see here. 2. Hello, boar. I don't know what damage it did. 263. Pretty good. Hey. Perfect weather. Alright, there's also an iron tree here. Check this out. 2. We'll take it. Oh, except my axe is beyond repair. Take 1. I don't know if we can reach the boat from here. Oh. So we could forego... How are we doing? Should go back to the boat quickly. I will play with the HUD on for the fight. I think that is... I need the advantage. We could go after the cat, but we could also just not. I'm going to go unload my body so I'm nice and light. Now, of course, I didn't think of this, but to make the spear, we will need a improved workbench. Maybe we can make one. Missing a split log and some long sticks. So we just need to make one of these, chop down a tree, or we sail back to our base. Come back. Well, these are orange trees. I don't want to chop those down. Hello. I don't know if we've ever really come in here. I'm pretty sure that's the boss thing right there. We'll be able to come out, maybe come down this way. That's that cave-in that we saw. Oh, coming for me. Bye, jackals. Flexible branches. Probably shouldn't chop that down. I'll grab the other one of these. And those two. That's kind of an early harvest. Hopefully it'll be alright. Is there a tree? Are you a tree? Are you a bush? You're a bush. Big branch. Remember what's in this valley. Well, actually we should probably clear out the jackal now. Then we'll come back. Don't see any trees though. Hello? That's a lot easier. Soon. I just want to see if there's anything this way. I'm also wondering, is that an item or is that like an old... Oh, that's footsteps, I think. Not seeing any trees. So our option is the flexible tree right there. Or we could take down a orange tree, which I don't really want to do either. We'll grow back. Alright, let's just go back to base quickly, and then we'll make our spear, and then come back. Now, how do we want to do this? We also have the gun, so we won't need a torch. Actually, I'll put the gun in the torch slot. Okay. Don't really need a hammer on us either, to be clear. I mean, if we wanted to, we could do this. That's 50 damage. 150 for the shot. 100, 40, and 100. Okay, perfect weather. We'll be able to see. I have shadows. Shadows are nice. Although, I'm looking at the time. I'd hate to cut it here right before the battle, but I'm going to. That way we can take our time next episode and yeah, take on the big bad wolf. But today we get to make some new iron stuff. Crossbow's pretty powerful. And yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the new old layout of the base. And anyway, I had fun figuring out the building stuff. It was kind of, even if I reverted it all, it was still quite interesting to see what could be done. Gives ideas for next time. And yeah, next time, depending how long this battle takes, and what results from it, whether we are successful or not. If we are, where does it lead? What's in the chest? What do we get from it? Oh, don't crash. I think I crashed. But yeah, then we might travel to another island. To see what we see, to see what we find out. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.